Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and we have another major signing to announce regarding defensemen. First it was the likes of Kevin Shattenkirk earlier today to Anaheim, then it was TJ Brodie to Toronto, and now it's Torey Krug to the St. Louis Blues. I did not see this one coming at all. Really, same thing with I saw Brodie to an extent, but Krug going to St. Louis was really out of left field in my opinion, and what a deal this is for St. Louis. Now, it is interesting at the same time. I expect them to make plenty more moves this offseason because they only had a cap space of around 5.1 mil, and now they bring in Krug on a 7-year contract at a 6.5 mil cap hit AAV. So they clearly need to free up that cap space in order to make this contract even work in the first place, and they've been rumored to, of course, go after some forwards possibly this offseason. So I'm curious to see what Doug Armstrong is going to do, but this is absolutely crazy. I was not expecting this at all. Alex Pietrangelo is surely gone with the St. Louis Blues. We kind of figured this by now, but it's official at this point. We know. And what a replacement at the same time. They bring in Krug, 29 years old. He's only 5'9", but he really plays like he's 6'9" out there. His size doesn't faze him by any means. He's originally undrafted, of course, and he's 186 pounds. And Krug, he's deserving of this contract, no doubt about it. He's been one of the most consistent two-way defensemen in the NHL for quite some time now. I remember his NHL debut when he scored, I believe it was in the playoffs against my Rangers, because I'm a Rangers fan, on Henrik Lundqvist. That was just crazy. But nonetheless, Krug, of course, this past season in 61 games played, had 49 points, including 9 goals and 40 assists, and had the year prior he had 53 points, including 6 goals and 47 assists. In his entire career since being an NHL mainstay, Krug has had at least each season with 40 plus points, except for one season in the 2014-2015 season where he had 39 points. So no shame there. Krug had his career high season in the 17-18 season, so not long ago, racking up 14 goals and 45 assists for 57 points. He has been a key contributor to that Boston Bruins, being their power play quarterback and very solid 5-on-5, helping them in dramatic and deep playoff runs over these past 5, 6, 7 years now. And if you look at Krug overall, he had 52 points in only 75 games in the playoffs. He has remarkable numbers both in regular season and playoffs. That's huge. Now he's coming to a St. Louis Blues team that is going to lose their captain, Alex Pietrangelo, losing a guy who is a key contributor both on the power play and 5-on-5. Krug is probably as best of a replacement as you're going to get. And yes, I understand that Krug is a left-handed defenseman, but nonetheless, this is huge for the St. Louis Blues. And while, yes, you can make the argument that they should try to change up some things of the offense, maybe add either depth winners or possibly a guy in that top 6, I'm not sure what the future holds for them. I know that they've been rumored to try to get rid of the contracts, whether it's like Alexander Steen, Tyler Bozak, or Jaden Schwartz. I'm not sure how they're going to be able to do that. They do need to free up cap space now, no doubting, because they're over the limit with this Krug contract, because they only had cap space to this point at least of 5.1 mil. So take that into account. They have to make moves now. I'm assuming they will very soon. But regardless, this was massive for the Blues. Very impressive and really just otherworldly. I was not expecting this at all. But Blues fans, I want to know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you feel about this trade? I think this is great for them. Losing the likes of Pietrangelo, Krug coming in as well. He's even younger than Pietrangelo too, so take that into account. Yes, they aren't the same exact defenseman. Pietrangelo is better as an overall defenseman, but Krug is going to come in and really contribute on that offense big time, and possibly even better than Pietrangelo. It'll be interesting to see how this shapes up with the Blues. But it's funny because Krug obviously just played against the Blues, losing the Stanley Cup Finals against them just a year ago. It's funny how things are coming full circle now, him being on the other side of the spectrum here. It almost reminds me in the sense of, the Marian Hossa situation with Detroit and then the Penguins. Or vice versa. I'm confusing myself, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Nonetheless, this was just very interesting, and I'm baffled. I really didn't expect this at all. I thought Krug would surely go to either the Detroit Red Wings, which is where he's originally from, Detroit, or he would go to the Florida Panthers. I had a feeling that he would want to stay with a contender, which is why Detroit felt more of a stretch. But when you look at the Boston Bruins in this situation, they were going after Oliver Ekman-Larsson, or try to get a guy who's maybe more of a well-rounded defenseman than Krug, arguments would say, and they couldn't get that done. Oliver Ekman-Larsson said he's going to stay because the deadline for him to be dealt, he set for himself and his agent, was today between the Bruins and the Vancouver Canucks. So that fell through for Boston to try to get that replacement. So now they lose Krug here. So I expect Boston makes some moves to add on to that defense, of course. But now it's interesting because they had the offer on the table for a while now of 6 years at 6.5 mil. And the The Blues land him at 7 years at 6.5 mil. So that 1 year difference, it leaves you wondering, why couldn't Boston give him what he wanted? Why couldn't they have that 1 more year? And why were the Blues so willing to do just that? It's very confusing at the same time, but nonetheless, I love this trade for the Blues. This is the perfect replacement for Pietrangelo, the best you could possibly get on both the 5-on-5 and on special teams as the power play quarterback. I love it. They have to free up cap space, no question. They're going to make more moves this offseason. And what a day in the NHL free agent frenzy to start off this offseason it has been. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, Blues fans. How hyped are you to have Torey Krug coming to St. Louis? Are you surprised by this? Were you expecting this? I have no clue what your thoughts are, but I would love to hear them. So make sure to let me know in the comments below. Check out my previous videos regarding all things this free agent frenzy today with Tyson Barrie, Markstrom, Hank, you name it. I have it in my previous videos. Check them out. Check out my draft coverage as well. I did an hour-long recap on the draft. I really enjoyed that. Check that as well. I'm on plenty of other videos, but hit that like and subscribe button as I mentioned if you like this kind of hockey content. Thank you all so much, guys. I will be having a recap video of the first day, I believe, of the 2020 NHL free agency. So make sure to check that out whenever that's up, either tonight or earlier tomorrow. But thank you all so much, guys. It means a ton. Blues fans, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Bruins fans, how do you feel about this? And I'll be back very, very soon.